Hey guys, right, so this is some real talk up in here, right? I was just driving, I was just driving and I let this woman go, and I normally have my windows down, my music quite loud, I'm not gonna lie to you, I do enjoy my music. And this woman, I could see her mouth moving, but, I can't hear anything. Obviously, I've got my music going. She literally comes up to the window, touches my arm, so I put the volume down. I actually mute my music, and then she was like, "Oh, I was just wishing you good day and a safe journey," but you didn't even hear me. So I was just like, "Oh, sorry, thank you," and then drove off. And it had me thinking because it kind of gets us thinking that that's a weird thing. Why did she come up to the car, get me to turn down my music, and you know what I mean? Whereas that is life. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there are places such as Guyana where it is manners to see someone, whether you know them or not, and just say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Doesn't matter if you know them, doesn't matter if you've ever said hello to them or anything like that. However, you do that in the UK, in London, and you're looked at weirdly. I remember when I spent about 6 months in Ghana, I came back and I was so accustomed to doing that. You know, I did that to a couple of people and they looked at me like I was fucking crazy. You know, and it gets me thinking a bit more about the way we are as human beings in London. I'm not going to say in the world because, as I just said, there's places such as Guyana, and I think a lot of the Caribbean, it's quite normal to have that kind of that manners, that kind of talk to strangers thing. However, in London, we're being, I don't want to say taught, but it's very easy to be lonely in London, if that makes sense, because everyone's engrossed in their phone, and there's just so much that there is to do, if that makes sense. Like, if you're on the train, there's everyone. If you look on the train, next time you go on the train, look at the carriage. I guarantee you 90% of that carriage is on a phone, on a tablet, on some kind of device. You will very rarely see people actually talk to each other, and I find that worrying. And the thing is, I like to conversate with people, as you can probably guess with how long this video is going. I like to talk, right? I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy having that human connection with individuals. But at the same time, if I'm out with my friends and they pull out their phone, I'm there like a dickhead. Like, I'm going to pull my phone out, Now, yes, sometimes if I feel really bored, like I'm not connected to the conversations that's happening, or someone's having a private conversation with someone else, and I'm like, this doesn't really involve me, I may pull out my phone, because end of the day, I make a living from whatever I do on my phone. But at the same time, I find it worrying, the path that we're going down, because now it's kind of norm to have a mobile phone in your hand. Even when you're talking to people, like even when you go to dinner, and people right away put the phone on the table, Some people might put it face down, whatever. But at the same time, if that phone rings, they kind of check it. So they break away from the interaction, they check it. I'll talk to them later, And that's worrying. You're so connected to the mobile phone that you miss out. Excuse me. You have families that go out for dinner, and most of them are on mobile phones. They're on a mobile phone, And yes, I am not being hypocritical, because I am the first to admit that sometimes I do find myself in that rut, if that makes sense. I find myself doing that. And it's things that what just happened just now, literally just now, that kind of get me thinking and saying, you know what, maybe you should communicate a bit more with individuals. Because I can guarantee you, if you go on the train and you communicated with the person next to you, they'd think you're crazy. What? You want to have a conversation with me? What is this? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think that we're becoming disconnected as we are connected? You know, we are so connected in the world of technology that we're becoming disconnected with mankind, with individuals. You know, it's just food for thought. It's real talk. I'm kind of pouring what's on my mind on a video and seeing who may like to watch it and who may want to comment and interact with me. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think? Do you think I'm talking out of bollocks, or do you think I'm talking some real talk? Let me know. Please like the video, subscribe, share it with your loved ones, and I will see you in the next one.